captured on a Ring camera that's placed inside a bedroom where a mother and her daughter sleep together. Like most parents, the mother had bought the camera to keep an eye on her child, who's often left alone in their own room. But according to a comment giving more details on this footage, the camera was bought for another reason. Recently, the mother's daughter has been saying some rather odd things, from mentioning a man who she occasionally sees in her closet, to saying things like, "I'm scared because he's there." The mother felt compelled to watch over her daughter more so than usual. But in the following footage, something happens that's forced her to keep her away from this room. One night, while sleeping in her daughter's bed to keep her company, this happens. Upon waking up, the mother immediately notices something on the ceiling. It isn't until seconds later, when her daughter lets out a piercing screech, that she realizes she isn't the only one seeing this. Overcome with fear, but not completely paralyzed by it, she quickly attends to her daughter. But even she is trying her best to avoid this apparent horrifying sight by covering her own eyes. Clearly, whatever was above them must have been terrifying. Despite there being a lack of info on this footage, the recording alone does make for a creepy video. Whether or not she had seen the supposed man mentioned earlier remains a mystery, but ghost or not, viewers agree that something truly horrifying was seen that night.
Okay, y'all, so people are speculating and coming to the conclusion that we may have a sun simulator because these sunflowers over here are turning away from the sun, right? Have you guys ever seen something like this before?
Weißt du, was mir aufgefallen ist? Die bleiben nicht der Sonne weg. Anna, wohin gucken die denn? Das ist doch die Sonne.
I don't know what language is that, but you can clearly see that over here, y'all, that the flowers are turning their back towards the sun. And here's another one over here, kind of turning away from the sun, like it's literally turning the other way because the sun is up this way, up towards the west. But it's going east, it's heading east. Here's the sun over here, over there. There's the sun. Now check this out. This is just in Dallas yesterday, right? Here's some sunflowers on the side of the road, and they are literally chasing the sun.
And if I turn around, up there somewhere,
They're chasing the sun,
it's kind of high.
but they're literally looking for the sun. Now this notion further intrigued me, so I proceeded to do some research, and it turns out, it says mature sunflowers stop facing the sun when they develop seeds and droop from their weight. This phenomenon is called the heliotropism, which is controlled by channels in the stem that increase or decrease pressure in response to light. That sun is an immense amount of light, so I get why they don't want to face towards the sun. They don't want to grow anymore. It says as the sun moves, so will the sunflower heads to follow it. But as summer turns to autumn and the sunflowers get big and ripe and heavy with seeds, they will stop moving until they are harvested. They will only face east. So they are only facing east because they are ready to be harvested, y'all. That's deep. So could these flowers literally be waiting for Jesus or Ra to come harvest them, like it says in the Bible? The great harvest until they are ripe?
Bueno, a ver si saben qué es eso ahí. No es un plato volador, no es un avión, ¿qué es? A ver, lo arrimamos. Bueno, a ver si saben qué es eso ahí. No es un plato volador, no es un avión, ¿qué es? A ver, lo arrimamos. Bueno, a ver si saben qué es eso ahí. No es un plato volador, no es un avión, ¿qué es? A ver, lo arrimamos.
In the photo, viewers can see a group of children standing at the top of a stairwell looking down at the camera. At first, it seems like a normal enough photo, but with some context and a closer look, viewers will begin to understand what makes this photo particularly spooky. Andy S.'s aunt explained that there were only 6 kids on the tour that went up the stairwell to pose for the photo. But in this picture, viewers can make out a 7th odd shape that stands 3rd from the right. The form has no dense body like the other children, instead looking like something transparent and ghost-like.
A man named Noah is camping in the middle of nowhere when he starts to hear footsteps outside of his truck.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. And there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud. He's been walking around for like 20 minutes already. My gun's in my cab though. I don't really know what to do. I'm a little freaked out right now, and it's like pitch black outside, probably like 2 in the morning, and he just keeps walking around, and he's like really close to my truck. I've never been this scared, and like this doesn't make any sense because I parked somewhere where you couldn't see, no one was on that road. Wait, he's touching my truck. He's literally touching my truck. How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been this scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now. I wish I brought my gun back here. He keeps walking around. I don't get it. I'm like, how is he not have noticed? Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna try to see if he goes away eventually. We'll see. He's literally peeking through the door right now. I've never been this scared ever. So, the current time is 2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Who or whatever this was immediately runs off at the sight of Noah's light, and the next morning he arrives home to see what they left behind.
So I'm back home, this is the day after. He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home. Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Well, looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. That's new. Don't know how that got there. More handprints trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result.
Noah says that this is the most terrifying thing he's ever experienced, and he'll never leave his weapon in his cab again. Many people agree that only a person would intently knock on the truck as if to be let in, and the bipedal footsteps also indicate that this was a human. However, the strangest part about this is the prints on the edges of the doors and other odd areas, almost as if who or whatever this was wanted to get inside, but wasn't quite sure how to. What do you believe?
I'll say if there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now. Try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
深夜、田舎から都会に遊びに来た青年たちが観光名所でビデオ撮影。楽しい思い出を残そうとはしゃぐ彼らの背後にそれは忍び寄っていた。お分かりいただけただろうか。二人の肩越しからビデオに映り込む不気味な
Watch this shit, guys. Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck? Again. It happened again. What the fuck is going on? Yo. Nah. What the fuck? Again. It happened again. What the fuck is going on? Yo. Nah.
En este video observamos a un grupo de personas explorando una cueva. De repente, uno de ellos les pide que guarden silencio y no se muevan, pues han notado la presencia de algo que no es de este mundo. Al darse cuenta de la situación, empiezan a girar la cámara hacia la dirección donde se encuentra esa extraña entidad. Estas chicas se encontraban en su dormitorio. Ellas comentaban que están sucediendo cosas paranormales en ese lugar. Nerviosas, empiezan a reír del miedo. De repente, una de ellas es arrastrada por una fuerza desconocida. Esta cámara de seguridad graba a una criatura caminando por el desierto.
the first person who sold his soul to the devil. As a young man, Robert Johnson dreamed of becoming a great blues musician, despite being a terrible guitarist. In pursuit of his dreams, he disappeared for a few months and returned to his town and became one of the world's greatest musicians. According to the legend, he sold his soul to the devil at a crossroads, who tuned his guitar and played a few songs before returning it, granting Johnson mastery of the instrument in exchange for his soul. Despite his passion for music, he was willing to set it aside for a family life with his sweetheart, Virginia Travis. However, tragedy struck when neither his wife or child survived the childbirth. Adding to the sorrow, Virginia's religious relatives accused Johnson of causing the tragedy, due to his perceived association with the devil's music.